Good morning, boys and girls. Today for our read aloud, we're going to do a different book called Spoon. Now, this book, I'll give you a little bit of teaser about it. It's very similar to the book we did on Friday called Zero. Remember in Zero, she was zero and she didn't feel like she had any value, right? But then her and her friends came up with an idea that gave her value. Okay, so this book is really similar. So I'm going to have you guys do write a response in Google Classroom about how you can compare this book to the one we did on Friday. What is that similar message that both books have? Okay, so let's get started. All right, the book is Spoon. There's Spoon. All right, and here we go. This is Spoon. This is Spoon's family. See all the different types of spoons there? Let's see if you can name any of them. On Sundays, Spoon goes to visit his Aunt Silver. He has to be on his very best behavior there. She's very fancy and proper. Goodbye, darling. Ta-ta. At bedtime, Spoon likes to hear the story about his adventurous great-grandmother who fell in love with the dish and ran off to a distant land. Lately, though, Spoon had been feeling blue. What's wrong? Asked his mother. You look a bit bent out of shape. Nothing, mumbled Spoon. It's just that I don't know. All my friends have it so much better than me. Like Knife. Knife is so lucky. He gets to cut. He gets to spread. I never get to cut or spread. Yes, Knife is pretty spiffy that way, isn't he? And Fork is so lucky. She gets to go practically everywhere. I bet she never goes stir crazy like I do. Fork does get to go out and make herself useful, doesn't she? See all the uses of a fork? And chopsticks. They are so lucky. Everyone thinks they're really cool and exotic. No one thinks I'm cool or exotic. Those chopsticks are something else, aren't they? Meanwhile, if only Spoon knew what his friends were saying at that very minute. Spoon's so lucky, said Knife. He's so fun and easygoing. Everyone's so serious with me. No one's ever allowed to be silly with to be silly with me like they are with Spoon. See, playing the pots and pans there. Spoon is so lucky, said Fork. He gets to measure stuff. No one ever does that with me. Spoon is so lucky, said Chopsticks. He can go places by himself. We could never function apart. So they always have to be together, right? Ooh, sushi, delicious. That night after bedtime story, Spoon's mom turned off the light and tucked him in and said, You know, Spoon, I wonder if you realize just how lucky you really are. Your friends will never know the joy of diving head first into a bowl of ice cream. It's making me hungry already. They'll never know what it feels like to clink against the side of a cereal bowl. Clink, clink. They'll never be able to twirl around in a mug or relax in a hot cup of tea. Spoon hadn't thought of it that way before. He lay awake in bed for a long, long time. His mind was racing. He felt so alive. There was only one thing to do. I can't sleep. Come snuggle. Come spoon. And so he did. Sweet dreams. All right, now I want you to think about the message of spoon and how it compares. It's a little different, but it's similar. I want you to compare and contrast how it's from the book Zero that we read. Remember about the number and his friends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and what they did with those. Okay? All right, I'm looking forward to seeing your responses. Good job.